Good evening, sports fans. Before today, the Ishpeming Hematites have made it to the semifinals in the playoffs 4 times since 2010. Their only exception was the 2011 season. Today, the Hematites would host McBain with a chance to make it to their 4th straight semifinal and their 5th appearance in 6 years. Hematites hosting the Ramblers at the playgrounds. The running attack was working well for the Hematites. Ozzie Court rumbles to the 1-yard line. He would score on the next play. It would be Hematites leading early on 8-0. McBain struggled in the first half. This play, though, looks like an interception, but it's going to be eventually called a reception. Here we go. McBain actually getting a chance to huddle up in the offense. Here it is, drops back, looking for an open man. It fires down the middle, and it looks like an interception, but it is called a reception. That drive eventually does stall, though. The Hematites would respond, though, with the score of their own. Corp hits Thomas Finnegan, who will not be stopped on his way to the end zone. Look at this. Runs over a man there, and that gave the Hematites a 14-0 lead. In the second quarter, Hematites still up 22-0 when Darren Jukinen makes Jimmy Snyder pay on this pass. He picks the ball off in the end zone, and he is going to go 102 yards on the pick six. It gave a huge lead to the Hematites. The Hematites cruise on to victory by a final score of 40-2. Yes, 40-2. The Hematites are the Division 7 region champs and will take on New Lothrop next week.
You know, to come out and do some positive things the way we did, control the line of scrimmage, have some great runs, be able to throw the ball, and then play some fantastic defense, I thought, for the whole game. You know, that's just a credit to our kids, the way they worked and the type of schedule that they played.
We were just extra aggressive on defense. You know, we had a great play by Darren Jukin. He had a 100-yard interception return. And it was just a goal this week to get more turnovers.
The Hematites are now a perfect 11-0 heading into the semifinal round of the Division 7 playoffs next weekend. Division 5 regional final, another matchup with Grand Rapids, West Catholic, and Menominee. First Maroons drive, Kiefer Reisner takes a snap and gets outside for a first down before going out of bounds. Clearly a late hit, but a penalty was not called. Menominee eventually lost the ball on downs. Falcons take over and drive. Late first quarter, Gaetan Vallone finds Connor Nemmers on the slant, 7 yards for the touchdown. It's 7-0 West Catholic. In the second quarter, Maroons are going to go for it on 4th down and long. Nathan Nowak runs into a host of Falcons led by Chad Wildman. West Catholic takes over, and they would make Menominee pay immediately. Vallone hands the ball to Sam Neville. He runs to the far side, stops and laterals the ball back to Vallone. In the meantime, Zach Zenner is wide open down the field. Beautiful throw, an easy touchdown from 65 yards out. It's 14-0 Falcons. Maroons bounce back late in the half. Nathan Nowak will run just far enough to have the football land on the goal line from 2 yards, but the Falcons lead 17-6 at the half. In the fourth quarter, trailing 24-6, Zach Giese finds pay dirt from 3 yards out, but Menominee would eventually run out of time. West Catholic wins again 24-14. Opportunities were available for the Maroons, but they could not convert on the big downs.
We were in the red zone 3 times today and did not score. I don't really have an explanation for that other than they did a really nice job getting to our edge and linebackers filling.
Menominee ends the season 11-1. West Catholic meets Lansing Catholic Central again, this time in next week's semifinals. The NMU football team was on the road in Ohio this weekend. Both Wildcats and Findlay trying to finish the season above 500. First quarter, Northern down 7-0 until Shea Brown hits Keandre Craig for the 28-yard touchdown strike. We're knotted at 7-all. Later in the first, this Jake Mahan run picks up 27 yards and has the Cats in the red zone. It wouldn't take long to find the end zone. Brown would fire to Trey Hipke for a 14-7 lead. Northern, though, loses today on a last-second field goal, 45-42. Shea Brown has the most passing yards in the season with 3,123. Wildcats finished 5-6 on the season. Michigan Tech Huskies ended their season with a victory on the road against Lake Erie. The Huskies' Brandon Cowie had a pretty good day, 3 touchdowns overall. The Huskies special teams also had 2 scores, including a 91-yard kickoff return. The Huskies finished their season 7-3 overall. And unfortunately for Finlandia, they lose on the road 59-7. They finished their inaugural season at 3-7. Michigan Tech Huskies women's basketball team started off with a big win over Minnesota Duluth. In Houghton, the Huskies outscored the Bulldogs 72-43 to pick up their win. NMU women's basketball faced off off with Quincy and would lose 89-60 on the road. Finlandia's men's basketball team also dropped a contest today against Marian University, 67-64. Michigan Tech hockey looking for a sweep of Bowling Green from McInnes Ice Arena. First period, and Tyler Hennanen will score this opening goal for the Huskies against the Falcons. The goal gave Tech the early 1-0 lead. In the second period, the Falcons were up 2-1 when Malcolm Gold finds his goal. That would make it 2-2, but eventually Bowling Green would pull out a big victory and be able to beat Michigan Tech 3-2, your final score. And of course, for more sports scores and highlights, you can visit us online at uppermichigansource.com.
And in a little bit of a shout out, it's somebody's birthday today. I believe it's yours.
Today is my birthday. 25 years on this great earth, making it, man.
Well, you got any plans for the last half hour of it?
We'll see what happens. You never know. I mean, the last 30 minutes of the day, whatever, I might have to celebrate into tomorrow as well.
Hey, crazy stuff can happen in small spaces.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Ethan.
You're welcome.